Now, even though there's hundreds and hundreds of high income ETFs across the market these days, there's so many different names to choose from that offer exposure to, say, an underlying such as a single stock, a basket of stocks, or even an entire index. It can be very hard to choose which ETF to add to your portfolio, especially if you're sort of a risk-averse investor. You don't want to see massive volatility, massive swings in your long-term portfolio. Because you see a lot of these ETFs that do have the potential at least to offer a massive amount of income generation and have historically also have the potential to see massive downside if of course the market takes a turn for the worse. So in this video, what I want to do is talk about several different of my favorite high quality, high income oriented ETFs that are sort of safe, sleep well in the ETFs for several specific reasons. Now I'm going to share with you exactly how I came up with these 7 ETFs individually, but I promise you're definitely going to want to look into these more. So if you want to see which 7 ETFs I'm talking about, then definitely stick around, drop a like down below, and let's get right into it. My A to Z Dividend Investing ebook has already helped countless dividend investors get started with their journey. And my custom dividend tracker, the one I use all the time on my videos, has also helped so many investors stay organized and has actually helped them see their dividend income grow. Well, today I have something even better for you guys. When you click the first link down below in my description and you grab my A to Z Dividend Investing ebook, today you're not only going to get the ebook, but you're also going to be getting the custom dividend tracker, which you can use to track your own dividend income ongoingly. Get direct access to my personal email where you guys can email me any questions regarding dividend investing. You're also going to receive a link to view all of my holdings inside my 7-figure dividend portfolio and see all the positions I add and take away ongoingly. And you're going to get for absolutely free my brand new high yield dividend investing ebook where I show you the power of maximizing some of these high yielding ETFs and teach you everything there is to know about that also. This is going to be your one shot to grab everything inside of one single bundle, but you got to move quick because I'm not going to offer this for long. Now with all that, let's get back into the video. So first things first, how do I find out if an ETF, in my opinion, is going to be a safe, sort of steady, risk-averse ETF? Well, first of all, the fund provider is going to have something to do with it. Are they trustworthy? How do they manage their funds? Have they done good during downturns, etc.? Now, the next thing I'm looking for, especially if we're talking about safe, low stress, low volatility, high income ETFs, are they index-based or are they index-based-ish? What I mean by that is that some high income ETFs might only track a single name, like Tesla or MSTR or something. If we're looking for something safe, stress-free, in my opinion, I'm talking about an index-based ETF or index-based-ish that offers, let's say, S&P 500 exposure, for example. Does this ETF have a high quality strategy, or is it something that's going to be leveraged and super risky, etc.? Does it have defensive qualities such as a covered call overlay, or maybe other collars that might help with downside protection, the track record of the ETF, and of course recovery? This is key. Looking into how some of the high income ETFs have recovered during V-shaped recoveries is also very, very important. Now that brings me into the first ETF that I think is pretty stress-free, the Goldman Sachs Nasdaq 100 Premium Income ETF, or GPIQ. Now this ETF offers around a 10% yield, so it's not the highest yielder across the market, but it also has grown over time very significantly. The ETF's objective is to see current income while maintaining prospects for capital appreciation. The reason I like this ETF is that it offers consistent monthly income, again around 10% yield more or less, but most importantly, this ETF provides exposure to the Nasdaq 100 index, which I happen to think is relatively safe over the long term, and dynamically sells call options. So this means that there's going to be more upside, but also during a V-shaped recovery, this ETF also could have the potential to recover a lot quicker. All in all, this ETF is definitely what I would consider a strong core position in my portfolio. I've been buying it for a while now. Another very stress-free name that I've held on to for almost a decade now is Devo, the Amplify CWP Enhanced Dividend Income ETF. Now, Devo only offers around a 5% distribution rate. So again, this is not going to be the highest yielder, but Devo also has grown over time, offering investors around 11 or 12% return every single year. Now, the reason I like Devo is that it's comprised of high-quality, dividend-oriented stocks. Again, very sleep well at night stocks. But beyond that, Devo uses a tactical covered call overlay on individual stocks, which means Devo is going to be able to pay a nice amount of income generation, but also when the market turns ugly, Devo is not going to move around quite all that much. Another rather safe, stress-free name is going to be SPY, the NEOS S&P 500 high income ETF. This ETF offers around a 12% distribution rate, offers S&P 500 exposure, but through a high income strategy. When you're buying this ETF, you're getting exposure to the S&P 500, but of course a cover call overlays, which means you're going to get a lot of income generation potential, around 50 cents per share per month up until this point. Now, the reason I think this ETF is stress-free and reliable is because the S&P 500 is very, very solid in my opinion, and also I've seen how SPY has recovered during sharp downturns and everything else in between. Another quality name I think a lot of investors need to look deeper into is Bali, the iShares US Large Cap Premium Income ETF. This ETF offers large cap exposure, but then utilizes an option overlay. Some of the names in here, Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon. I mean, a nice mix between technology names and, of course, tried and true dividend growth names. This ETF's performance has been outstanding ever since inception and offers exposure to some of the best names in the market that are probably going to recover at least as of some point if, of course, the market gets ugly. A few more to go through. GPIX is the Goldman Sachs S&P 500 version. This is the same thing as GPIQ. The only difference is this one offers S&P 500 exposure. This one does offer a little bit less of a yield. I think it's like a 7.5 to 8.5% yield. So nothing insane, but it has grown over time. It offers consistent income. It offers that broad equity exposure with lower volatility because of the strategy. This ETF is a very sleep well at night, stress-free ETF in my opinion. Two more names to go through. We have IYRI, the newest real estate high income ETF. Real estate investment trust REITs are pretty low beta most of the time unless something crazy happens in the markets. I also like the fact that real estate investment trusts do offer a lot of income generation, but this ETF is pretty awesome because it offers exposure to a whole bunch of different real estate investment trusts, but then utilizing a cover call strategy offers around 11% yield. And overall, in my opinion, a basket of super high quality real estate investment trusts with a cover call overlay is pretty sleep well at night, pretty stress free in my opinion. Now, last but not least, we have QDVO. This one is a little bit riskier just because it offers exposure to a little bit higher beta names, but still, I think this ETF is going to do very well long term. I don't worry about it in my portfolio. This ETF offers growth and high income generation potential. It offers around a 10% distribution rate as of right now. It has offered nice monthly income and has grown over time on top of that. So there we have it, guys. Those are several different of my favorite stress-free, sleep well at night style ETFs that I personally have no stress at all holding in my long-term portfolio. But before I go, I do have a question for you guys down below. As far as a stress-free, sleep well at night ETF, what's your favorite one that comes to mind? Let us know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to please drop a like on it, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks as always for stopping by, and if you are interested in investing, make sure to check out these recent videos I posted right here.